Today, we are diving into a really powerful new way to think about your career, a mental model built specifically for this age of AI. So if you've been wondering, how do I stay not just relevant, but absolutely essential in my field, well, this explainer is for you. This quote from the New York Times, it just nails it, doesn't it? As AI starts to handle more and more of the routine stuff, what makes us humans valuable is changing. It's not just about raw technical skill anymore. It's about being the person who can connect all the pieces, who has a real sense of quality, and who people can genuinely trust to bring it all together. And that leads us to the big question, right? The one that probably keeps some of us up at night. You spent years, maybe even decades, becoming an expert in your thing. But in a world that's constantly being disrupted, is that one single specialty, is it really going to be enough to keep you secure? This feeling, this anxiety, is right at the heart of what we can call the AI career challenge. The old playbook, the one that told all of us to just specialize, 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 that playbook is being totally rewritten, like right now as we speak. So here's the problem in a nutshell. When you're a narrow specialist, you're kind of siloed in one specific area, and that can leave you pretty exposed. Think about it. As AI gets better at automating very specific tasks, the person who can only do that one thing becomes vulnerable. The real value is shifting away from just doing the task to being the person who can see and manage the entire process. But hey, don't worry, this isn't some doom and gloom story. Far from it. It's actually a huge opportunity. And that's where this new framework comes in, the full stack playbook. It's a completely different way to think about your professional value. So, what on earth is a full stack professional? Let's be super clear here. This is not about being a jack of all trades, master of none. It's actually the opposite. It's about being what's called T-shaped. You have that deep, deep expertise in your one core thing. That's the vertical bar of the T. But you also build out fluency across all the other skills needed to make something happen. You become the integrator, the one who connects the dots. And this entire framework, this whole idea, is built on something that's surprisingly simple but really profound. The idea that all work that creates value, everything we get paid to do, can be broken down into just 4 fundamental skills. Let's break them down. First up, you've got selling. This is the art of persuasion, of storytelling, of getting people to believe in an idea. Then you have making, the actual craft of building the thing, of executing. Third is designing, which is all about having taste and the great eye for the user experience. And finally, there's hunting, that special skill of finding what everyone else misses, a hidden opportunity, a key insight. Every valuable pro out there has at least one of these as their superpower. Okay, so you have these 4 skills. How do you turn that into something truly powerful? Well, being great at one of these makes you good. But learning to combine them, that's what can make you a legend in your field.
And this is the key insight right here. Most of us, we focus on getting really, really good at just one of those 4 things. But the people who have a massive impact, the ones we really look up to, they are the ones who deliberately stack a second or even a third skill right on top of their core strength.
I mean, think about Steve Jobs. He was the ultimate architect. He combined this obsessive, world-class taste for designing with an almost magical ability for selling. He didn't just want to make a beautiful phone. He wanted to tell a story about it that would change the world. That combination, that's what created the magic of Apple. Or look at someone like Elon Musk, who is the perfect example of the founder archetype. He has this incredibly deep expertise in making, the actual engineering of rockets and cars, but he stacks that with a masterclass ability for selling a huge, inspiring vision for the future that pulls in the best talent, tons of money, and a cult-like following. So seeing these incredible examples, the next question is obvious. Okay, what about me? This framework isn't just for analyzing famous people, it's a map for our own careers. It's time to figure out your own professional DNA. So I want you to just take a second and think. Based on those 4 skills we talked about, selling, making, designing, and hunting, which combination feels most like you right now? What's your home base? This chart kind of maps it all out. You might even want to pause here to find yourself. See, at the base level, you've got the specialists, who are masters of one superpower, like the storyteller, who is all in on selling. Then you have the hybrids, who combine 2, like the founder we just talked about. It gets rarer with the triple threats. Think of the studio of one, who can design, make, and sell their own product. And then, at the very top, you have the ultra-rare, superhuman, the CEO prototype, who is just world-class at all 4. So once you've identified your starting point, your archetype, the path forward becomes so much clearer. Your next move isn't just to get 10% better at the thing you already do. Your next move is to stack. So here's your path forward. It's a simple 3-step plan. First, identify your core. Really know your primary strength. Second, stack deliberately. Intentionally pick a complementary skill that's going to multiply your impact, not just add to it. And third, this is how you future-proof yourself. This is how you become that invaluable integrator who connects all the dots. You know, for decades, our whole professional identity has been tied to a single static label. The first question anyone asks at a party or a networking event is always this one. So, what do you do? But this framework gives us a new and, I think, a much more powerful question to ask. Not what is your job title, but what is your stack? It completely shifts the focus from a rigid label to a dynamic, evolving set of skills. It's about what you can do, not just what you're called. This right here is the new language of career value. And that leaves us with one final and honestly really exciting thought. When you understand your core and you start deliberately stocking your skills, you are no longer just defined by your past jobs. You become the architect of your own future. So the only question left is, who will you become?